Hey everybody, welcome back to House of Grey Rabbit. I'm your host, as always, Grey Rabbit 80, and you know him, you love him, Prime Time.
How y'all do?
So, Shark Month is coming to a close. Sad to say, sad to say. And I really thought you were going to make me watch Double-Headed Shark. Or Two-Headed Shark, or whatever that movie was called. But no. See, Prime has picked out every one of the Shark Month movies. I don't even know what they are. He just walks up and says, "This is what we're watching tonight." And that's what we've done. So we're driving home tonight, and I'm like, Two-Headed Shark, right? No, true believers. This man is going to make me watch
Sharkenstein.
Sharkenstein.
Can't be that bad, right?
Let's just find out, shall we? We will be right back. Really, Prom? Really?
Well...
Once again, we are roped into watching yet another movie made by the same people that made Land Shark,
Shark Exorcist.
Shark Exorcist, and don't forget Amityville Exorcism. We're talking the same actors, same
director.
oh
my god.
That's all this movie's a little hard to follow.
Oh,
So what we have here, and we are not even going to try to go over cast.
Because there really isn't a cast.
Well, there's just random people in this movie. They are extras and actors from the other two films we've seen done by this same company.
Yes.
I don't think we have to really go into the deepness of the cast of like what certain characters are and everything like this. We're just going to start from the beginning and end at the end. So what we have is that at the end of World War II, Nazi scientists in Antarctica?
I believe so.
Were working on the Frankenstein monster, and they were attempting to do experiments in regeneration and I guess reanimation. And they had the body, the heart, and the brain. Apparently the SS were not funding them, and so a man dressed in black with a bad submarine movie German accent
Yes.
comes in with two guys who have guns that the Germans did not use. At all. They come in and they kill a scientist and his henchman, who, by the way, the henchman is ready for surgery with his...
Hairnet?
No, it's not a hairnet. It's a shower cap. And a dust mask you wear when you like tear down a house.
Or go paint.
And rubber, modern-style goggles.
Those are shark planes. Everybody's ready to blame sharks.
Nothing. Oh, and there's a curtain in the back. Like, apparently that's surgical.
I guess.
The Nazis apparently had no money whatsoever when making their secret Arctic bases. So anyway, they kill the doctor and his henchmen. They take the brain and the heart. They leave the body. And they put them into a steamer trunk filled with foam. Now, keep in mind, this is all shot in black and white. So what they were trying to do here was trying to give the feel that they were putting it into, like, dry ice. But they didn't even bother putting lids on top of the jars. Okay.
Nothing about the submarine.
Oh, God. The opening shot is of a night scene of water and a submarine conning tower coming out, which they've just done those layer effects that people do cheaply on YouTube. And the water is like... Water doesn't even look like water. No. The conning tower is not a diesel submarine from World War II. It is something way newer than that. Yes. Which then it reverses the entire animation for the going underwater part of the scene after they kill everybody. Okay, and then...
It shows the actual submarine.
Well, it shoots to a model shot of a diesel sub from World War II. Yeah. But I don't even think the propeller moves. It just goes across the screen real staticky. And then apparently they take it to America. And at this point, we jump ahead to a group of friends.
Yeah, 60 years later.
Yeah. Which one of the friends is the final girl. We'll just refer to her as final girl from now on out.
Yes.
One of them is red shirt guy, which he's just a red shirt guy. And then we have the third guy. We're going to call him khaki dude, or we can call him hat dude. Either way.
Either one.
He's wearing a sideways Zelda hat, khakis, a belt, and black shoes, and then some kind of normal shirt. Anyway, the point is he wears his hat sideways the whole time, and he is old enough to be the other two characters' father.
And he's a dimwit.
I have fears that he was the father in Amityville Exorcism, and they just shaved. Remember the guy that took the booze train to hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm seriously thinking this is just either a cleanup version or an earlier version of that.
It might have been.
So they are going to go on a trip where they have booked a boat for 8 whole hours, and unfortunately, the boat captain that they got is mute. I have a feeling this is because he couldn't act his way out of a bag.
Like everybody else in the movie.
Like everybody else in the movie. So they begin to frolic and play. Now keep in mind, throughout this part of the movie, there are people like getting eaten by this shark.
Every 5 seconds.
Every 5 or 6 seconds. Now this shark is a Franken shark because it's a cobbled together shark of different sharks.
Great white, hammerhead, blue shark, something else, I don't know.
It's a list of sharks.
And the thing is that whenever it's in the water, it's huge, or no, it's small, but then whenever it's attacks someone, it's huge.
And let's not forget the group of divers who it attacks. There are 6 of them. 2 of them get eaten by the shark.
At the same, like one after another, and the other divers don't even notice.
They don't even run away.
No.
But they are frolicking in the water, and nothing ever happens to them. They're not attacked by a shark. They're not eaten by the shark. Nothing happens to them until the sheriff shows up. The sheriff, who, by the way, you'll know him as the guy that says, "They're frying me in the morning," from Amityville Exorcism.
What the hell was that thing? Sharkenstein. Whatever.
The guy that built the house. Remember that guy? If not, go back and watch our Amityville Exorcism video. It'll fill you in on some of these characters. They go and they decide, okay, you know, the sheriff says, "Hey, for your own safety, get off the water." Trying to sound all cool and like, you know. So they decide that they're going to swim to an island that's close by.
After the boat.
Well, the boat breaks down. And they decide they're going to swim to an island close by. You see them swimming with a mesh bag filled with something. And then when they get onto the island, it's full of dry clothes.
That are all dry.
And the clothes are the clothes they had on in the beginning of the movie.
I want that bag.
I want that mesh bag too.
Because it's damn good.
It is amazing. It's right up there.
You
Something
can put
out of
everything
D&D.
inside of it, go in the water, and it'll be dry.
Down to his khakis and that stupid sideways Zelda hat.
All dry.
All dry. They begin to explore the island, and that's when they find this rundown shack. Now, first off, let's just explain the shack for everyone that doesn't know. The static image of the shack is probably the worst thing ever seen. Someone took a picture of the shore where the water is going up, and here's some woods, and then they went in and pieced together the most horrible looking, the guys even call it Sanford and Son looking house, shack, whatever, and then superimposed it digitally so like the water doesn't even lap around the supports. The supports just stop square and the water goes behind it. So they go in to explore. They find who other than the guy who played the father in Amityville Exorcism is the crazy, now he's a crazy Nazi, and he's trying to put the brain and the heart of Frankenstein's monster into the shark. To which they help him do it under duress.
With a pellet gun.
Yeah, with a pellet gun. And after he succeeds, he then tells them that they have lost their usefulness and that he's going to kill them. So he locks them in a room, and they luckily escape. And at this point, this is when this movie explodes. And I'm not talking in a good way. I'm talking like somebody put a firecracker in a dog turd.
It's messed up.
So along the way, they have to swim back. The 2 guys are killed in various means, which leaves our final girl to figure out what was going on. And why is it that every film this company makes, it's always a final girl? I understand that that's like a thing in horror and stuff, that it's always a final girl. But like, there's enough actors in these that we could have a final dude.
But it's always a girl.
But it's always a final girl. And I understand the premise and the way those things work. But come on. If you're listening, guys, make a movie where a dude lasts. Seriously. Along the way, she meets up with the sheriff. Also, a posse is formed to kill Frankenshark.
The only thing missing from this story is a mad scientist.
It's alive! It's alive!
Posse who have guns that, 1, they don't know how to use, and 2, apparently don't work because it's all just drawn in effects that you put in post. Not one of them shoots a gun that sounds like a gun going off. And this one dude is carrying a gun that I swear to God is a Ghostbusters toy. Like, it's right there. It makes no sense. It's got a barrel on it like this.
Yeah, then you have the 2 guys that have axes.
Oh, it's sledgehammers.
Sledgehammers.
I think there's 2 guys that had sledgehammers, 1 guy had an axe. Because at the end, that one guy with the axe was very sad. He was very sad. So here's the plan. The sheriff believes that there's an old lighthouse where they stored munitions
From World War II.
From World War II. Now keep in mind, this lighthouse is nowhere near water, and it's nowhere near anywhere that can be seen from water. It's actually in the middle of the woods on a hill. He and Final Girl get to the lighthouse, they open it up, and they find dynamite everywhere. Not munitions.
No. Dynamite.
Dynamite.
Boom.
So I think he got
sticks.
I think he got his nomenclature wrong here. So anyway, they wire up the dynamite
All around the house.
all around the house.
Lighthouse.
Now keep in mind, the whole time that they're together, she is constantly trying to flirt with him. And she is young enough to be his daughter. At one point, she even goes as far as to try to show her knowledge of Frankenstein movies by reciting all Frankenstein movies that they've ever been made.
All of them.
Yeah,
There's
she
apparently
tries.
quite a few.
So, they wire the place with all the dynamite, and their idea is to lead Frankenshark, who, by the way, now has mutated to where he can be on water and has big, beefy, weightlifting arms.
But no legs.
But no legs, yeah. The idea is to lure him to the top of the hill,
Into the lighthouse.
and then blow the lighthouse up
With him inside.
with him inside. Now, she ends up getting to with the posse, and the sheriff goes in to try to lead him in. Now, here's the thing about the guy playing the sheriff. I have to give it to this guy because for the next, 3 minutes of the movie, he shadow boxes a creature that is not there. And I understand that a lot of people do this, but the way it's done, once again, we're talking about just layered effects. So it's him going, no, and then just putting the shark puppet in there with him, but on a different layer. And then there's one point where he runs up to a door, and he tries to go through the door, but it's locked, and they want to make it look like the roof is caving in.
And the shark gets up near him and
The shark touches him, and that apparently makes it bite him, and then he has a wound in his leg.
Yeah.
And anyway, it gets to the point where the posse wants to shoot the building, not the shark. They just know the shark's inside.
Yeah.
So we're talking small arms fire at a shark in a building. You don't see the shark,
No.
just the building. So the whole thing is, though, is it's rigged with dynamite, remember? Therefore, if they shoot it, it'll blow up.
And the dynamite's inside the lighthouse, people.
Exactly.
Not outside.
No,
inside. But they're shooting at the lighthouse.
Then all of a sudden, this badly shot thing has got bad fire effect in the
my
front,
God.
and the sheriff and the shark, and they're fighting, and there's Sky behind him, and he's yelling down, "Do it! Do it! It's the only way!" And she's like, "No, you'll die! Do it! It's the only way!" And finally they shoot, and I guess they ignite the dynamite, and there's an explosion, and then everything gets on fake fire. And we do mean fake fire.
Yes.
At one point, they even digitally erase part of the lighthouse
That's all
to make it
burning.
look like it's burnt down.
Yeah.
So at this point, Posse walks away, and Final Girl takes her final walk, as they often do.
Yeah.
And she walks.
And she walks.
And she walks.
She
For
walks
about
more.
3 minutes, she walks. And she walks all the way to the end of the pier, and there are two chairs sitting there. And she sits down in one of the chairs, and she watches the water, and she sees it.
Her life.
Everything is what's going on with her life. And, she's no words, just music playing. And it's very, very Friday, end of Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
With that movie, and she's got her hand in the water. Point being is, last frame of the entire movie,
Last second,
last little bit, another Frankenshark flies out of the water towards her, and that's the end of the movie. I'm so glad Shark Month is over. Did this company just make shark movies? They made the Amityville Exorcism, and then they just made shark movies.
Yeah, if we want to, we can watch two-headed.
No. We have fulfilled the contract.
You
Shark
sure?
Month is
Are
over.
you sure?
It's not happening. I'm not doing it. I thought this one, Raiders of the Lost Shark, was bad.
Land Shark.
Land Shark was bad.
Shark Exorcist was
Bad.
bad.
This movie,
Takes the cake.
Shark Week is over. Shark Month is
Are you
over.
sure you don't want to watch?
I am not watching any more shark movies. No more shark movies. No more. Category's over. Not going to argue about it. Moving on to the next part of this entire review. Now, let's talk about the blaring horrible things in this movie, okay? One,
The shark.
Overlapped effects. I understand that you can do a lot of stuff in things like we run Vegas Pro. That's basically our editing software. We're cheap. We haven't got a whole lot of money. And Vegas Pro, it's not Final Cut, but it gets the job done. And I can do pretty much every one of these effects I can do in Vegas Pro. But the problem is there's a difference between doing them well
And doing them horrible.
and these people tend to just slap them together. Like, if you've got someone firing a 10-gauge shotgun, then go out and find a 10-gauge shotgun sound. Don't go out and find one sound that's not a really good... I don't know how they even got this one.
Those pop guns.
And then they just use the same fire...
For
all of them. And the muzzle flash had no... Okay.
There was nothing.
You can go on YouTube and you can look up tutorials of how to make a muzzle flash look good. And some of them are written and done by 12-year-olds, people. These are adults making a movie that made money because it's on a streaming outfit. So here's my question. Now, I understand certain things like muzzle flashes and stuff like that and those have to be done by people who make those type of things to be used by people making effects. And sometimes they charge you. And you know what? They charge you a lot of money. It's like buying stock footage. It's really, really hard to do. Luckily, there are people out there who do this on the fly. And they do it so people like me, Prom, or anybody else could use this stuff and not have to pay for it. But when you blatantly abuse it to the fact that it's just everything in this movie was so fake, it's not even funny. Looking at it as a means to an end, yes, it's a shark movie. Yes, it's a Frankenstein movie. Yes, it is badly acted. Yes, it is badly put together. But the special effects are what makes this company stink. And I wish I knew who they were because they would go on my list. Oh yeah, there's a list.
And they can't even shoot worth a flip.
They can't do nothing.
Their aiming was horrible. I mean,
when the shark went in the iron doors,
oh my god!
and they all went and pulled a Star Trek,
Oh yeah.
and they said, "Did you feel that?" And I was like, "Yeah."
The camera moved.
The camera moved.
That's all it was. They just moved the camera.
Oh, it's bad. It's bad. That's enough bad.
And the fire. Oh my god.
Oh, and you can only, if a fire looks like a campfire, don't make it a 40-foot shot of a building on fire. It just looks fake. And to go in and to digitally rub out part of the lighthouse to make it look like it burnt down, they could have just as soon spent some money, built a miniature, and then tore it down, burned it, whatever, and then like
took a picture of it.
Well, you can manipulate frame rate and all this other stuff to make things like look slower and all this. You know what I'm saying? It's just like Godzilla. All those big rubber suits were filmed at a certain speed, so that when they played it back, it would look like they were moving slower. Point is, these guys can't act out of a paper bag. They can't make special effects out of a paper bag. It's not worth time or money. Now, we got this one on Tubi TV. That's Tubi TV, the place we get all kinds of stuff. It's a free app, and we got it on PlayStation 4. And you can watch bad movies, you can watch good movies, you can watch anything you want on this stuff. Sometimes I wonder exactly how much stuff Tubi has on it, because we keep finding a lot of stuff.
Yes, we do.
Holy crap. Oh, Prime, what do you want to rate this one?
I have nothing. Normally I do.
Oh.
But I have nothing.
We were just joking about how we didn't rate Brain Twisters. We just went right to the end. I'm not rating this.
There's no point.
I'm not rating it. I have given ratings to all their other movies.
Yeah.
I have talked about how bad they are. And if people are still watching them, there's no way to do it. It's just going to be a negative.
Yeah.
If I gave it something, it'd be bad.
Because it's horrible.
Oh. Anyway, thank you guys for joining us for the last episode.
Are you sure?
It's the last. We did 4 of them. It's over. The last episode of Shark Month. And if it wasn't, I would end it right with this one.
Are you sure you don't want to watch 2?
I'm not watching. Whatever. Moving on. No, sir. No, not happening.
Or Mega Shark. We can watch those.
Anyway, I can't believe I'm going to say this. If you own Sharkenstein,
burn it,
trample it, run it over your car, I don't care. If you've ever seen Sharkenstein, or if you go out and purchase it, God, please no. leave me a comment down below.
And if you have any ideas for us, let us know.
Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already.
And please, hit the like button in the face.
Don't forget also to ring the little bell icon so that you're notified every time we make a video. Also, check out our playlist. It goes all the way back to the very, very beginning of the channel when it was an unboxing channel and then turned into this. So anyway, guys, I'm Great Rabbit 80. This is Prime Time. We just watched this horrible movie, and now you know, and knowing's half the battle.
Sharkenstein.
Be seeing you.